From TBC's perspective, supporting businesses in Georgia through factoring and trade finance represents both real challenges and exciting opportunities. One of the key challenges we see is still lack of awareness or understanding of how these financial tools work.
Welcome to Trade Treasury Payments, the podcast unlocking the future of cross-border finance.
From transaction banking and money movements
to liquidity, treasury, and cash management.
We bring you expert insights and the latest trends shaping global finance. I'm delighted to be joined by Tamara, Khizanishvili, and Arda Türerer discussing factoring, supply chain finance, and resilience in emerging markets. So you're both from very different markets, Georgia and Türkiye. What common challenges and opportunities do you see in supporting SMEs via factoring and supply chain finance? Arda, I'm going to start with you. You're at Burgan Bank in Türkiye. So tell me a little bit more about the landscape, the challenges, and the opportunities.
I'm Arda Treasurer, EVP in Burgan Bank, responsible from Treasury, capital markets, and financial institutions. Thank you, Deepsh. In Türkiye, like many emerging markets, SMEs often struggle with limited access to working capital and face complex trade procedures. Factoring, which I believe Tamara is going to explain in more detail, and trade finance can play a key role in bridging this gap by offering faster liquidity and reducing risk in transactions. A common challenge is raising SME awareness and trust in these solutions. But with the right digital tools and education, there is strong potential to scale support and boost their participation in both domestic and international trade.
And Tamara, over to you.
I'm Tamara Khizanishvili. I'm Director of Trade Finance and Factoring Department at TBC Bank. Thank you, Deepsh. From TBC's perspective, supporting businesses in Georgia through factoring and trade finance represents both real challenges and exciting opportunities. One of the key challenges we see is still lack of awareness or understanding of how these financial tools work. Factoring, for example, is sometimes misunderstood or underutilized because of concerns about cost or complexity. Additionally, Georgia doesn't have factoring legislation and there are no factoring companies on the market. However, at TBC, we see this is an opportunity to lead, not just to provide financial products, but to educate and support customers. TBC, as a partner, always stands by the businesses and supports them to find the best financing solutions.
Arda, how is Burgan Bank responding to digital transformation trade, which is a theme that we discuss time and time again, but it's been particularly prevalent in today's TFP day?
At Burgan Bank, first of all, we are heavily investing in digital banking. But not only digital banking as a business line, but as digitalization for all the business lines. And trade finance is one of them. Currently, we are working with the EBRD on trade digitalization project, where we are selected as a pilot bank. A tech company right now is reviewing our internal processes and digital tools, and based on their findings, we'll receive tailored recommendations to help us improve and modernize our system.
Hey, enjoying this podcast? Hit that follow button for more. Done? Let's get back to it. Tamara, can you talk about digital factoring in Georgia, which has been a topic we've always talked about for quite a while? It's really seen growth, but it's got huge potential.
Absolutely. Digital factoring in Georgia is a growing and transformative solution. And at TBC, we're proud to be at the forefront of that shift. Traditionally, factoring has been paper-heavy, manual process, slow, costly, and often intimidating for businesses. But with digitalization, we're changing that. Digital factoring allows businesses to get faster access to working capital by simply uploading their invoices through an online platform. At TBC, we've developed user-friendly digital channels that allow clients to submit requests, track their financing status, and receive funds, all without stepping into a branch. The financing request approval process is automated and funding can be happened within 30 minutes. Clients can see exactly how their invoices are being handled, what fees apply, and when funds will arrive. This fully responds to TBC's main goal to make people's lives easier.
30-minute digital factoring process, incredible. Arda, how is Burgan Bank using trade loans and guarantee instruments to support your exporters, particularly amidst the geopolitical disruptions we're seeing today?
Well, I think the best way is partnering with international financial institutions such as EBRD, IFC, or ADB, which give the bank a better support for its clients, particularly in countries or projects where political and financial risks are present. In today's unpredictable global environment, our priority is to continue assisting exporters by offering tailored financing solutions. We use trade loans and guarantee instruments to mitigate political and commercial payment risks, helping ensure smoother and more secure transactions, even in high-risk markets.
Thank you. And Tamara, what role do multilateral partnerships like EBRD, for example, play in de-risking trade in your market, which has seen a lot of geopolitical uncertainty recently?
Partnerships with institutions like EBRD play a critical role in de-risking trade and expanding access to trade finance in Georgia. At TBC, these collaborations allow us to offer more competitive and flexible solutions to SMEs and corporate engaged in cross-border trade. In 2023, BRD provided TBC with its first trade facilitation program factoring facility in local currency. This facility allows us to increase our domestic factoring financing for SMEs. These partnerships also support innovation. Through technical assistance and capacity building programs, we are able to improve our internal systems, enhance compliance, and adopt global best practices, making trade finance not just more accessible, but also more secure and efficient.
Thank you very much. And Arda, we talked about this earlier, but what's one innovation or product area that you're particularly excited about coming on the radar this year?
There is one project that I'm really excited about is our work on the digital bill of exchange. This project is being supported by EBRD. Right now, we are co-developing a new platform with a correspondent bank to make this product fully digital. Once it's ready, we'll offer it first to clients that have high transaction volumes. I believe it's a big step forward for more efficient and paperless trade finance.
Arda, Tamara, thank you very much for joining me on Trade Treasury Payments podcast. Thank you very much. And don't forget to follow Trade Treasury Payments
on your favorite podcast platform.
Thanks for listening.